Last week at Bristol, the cautionless and damageless action was some of the hottest racing of the season. Your mom was on the Yoo-Hoo pole and led the first chunk of the race. During the first round of pit stops, Gritty and the Macho Man grappled, but the field survived, with Pete Rose coming out of nowhere to lead the next chunk of laps. The next pit stops brought more chaos, with Gritty involved again, and this time we saw Pablo Escobar flipping on his roof as Bryce's Rod Woodson took control of the lead. The tension was mounting as the final round of stops approached. Rod Woodson and Daenerys Targaryen tangled on pit road, leaving Rod Woodson to sit limp in his stall, losing the lead. And when the smoke cleared, Phil Ceborowski's Conan O'Brien was on the point, and he was able to grab the checkers down the stretch. And here we go, 5 races remaining. We're looking at the Jenkins Cup points, the 30 points individual race here. John Denver up 3 points on Mark Martin, and Bob Vila, Edward Scissorhands, and Joe Dart starting to slip a little bit, although Bob Vila will be starting at the front this race. John Denver and Mark Martin starting near the back, and Julius Caesar there for me, my last gasp, to try to save an extra $10 if he can jump up to the top of the standings. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different YouTube owners. 7 of the 11 are in the top 10. Pretty incredible. But AC Racing has 3 drivers. Nathan Jessup, Julius Caesar, and Mark Martin up there. And we're also taking a look at the top 10 actual AI trucks this season that will eventually move on to the Legend Series. Right now, Dwight Schrute is that 10th truck, although I'm thinking about changing that so no AC Racing trucks can get in, and they're all just YouTube owner trucks. So we might change that down the stretch. And looking at the Owners' Championship points coming in here with 5 races remaining. B. Spinney back in the lead. MacGruber is just carrying the team right now. Chad Crow with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar finishing dead last at Bristol hurt him. Macho Man was involved, probably hurt RFY. Didn't really talk about Hulk Hogan there at Bristol at all. John Wilkes Booth had his first top 5 of the season at Bristol for R.A. Kaiser. Phil Ceborowski, of course, got the win from Conan O'Brien, but also had Pablo Escobar on his roof, finishing almost dead last. And on it, we could talk on and on, but you get into the top 5, and we'll talk about you. Sorry, Bryce and Campbell. I mean, Campbell just can't. Gritty was involved in 2 of those Bristol wrecks. Nothing's going on. Jacob and Deanna, again, I talked about them for 1 or 2 races, and then they just their trucks aren't doing anything. They aren't making their presence felt right now. And Ron Guay is a sleeper, I think. Ron Guay is just, he has Joe Dirt there, but Fleetwood Mac and Dorothy can come out of nowhere. They both won races this year. All 3 drivers have won races for Ron Guay, so don't count them out. But here we go. We're heading to Memphis.
Gentlemen, start your engines, brothers!
The Craftsman Truck Series continues its romp through the South as 40 drivers are ready to put it all on the line here in Memphis. It's the Gibson 160 presented by FedEx, race number 26 of 30 in our winter 2023 season. Yep, I should tell you right away, Andre the Giant has been suspended 1 race for his recent on-air conduct and sexually charged language. We have 163.
No, I'm here, Tom. Shut your stupid mouth. You cannot cancel me because I have friends in high places. The Statue of Liberty. You ever heard of her? Well, she made a call to the PBS execs and said, "You let Andre call this race, or there will be hell to pay." Me and Lady Liberty go way back. We used to date. Let me just tell you right now, those curtains don't match those drapes on old Lady Liberty. Because her robe and stuff that she wears is oxidized from the salt, from the seawater and everything. But she's all copper down there. Part of the, just so PBS doesn't, I was going to sue PBS, but part of the settlement is that this race you have to plug in my new country album, fitting that we're here in Memphis. And yes, I am a country singer. So sometime during this race, you have to plug my new country album. They just wanted me to let you know that. No Bee Gees clock this race, Tom. We're just going to go to lap 10. Because I guess it's awkward for you on short tracks to turn off the timer on your phone on these really short straightaways. That's my guess. But anyway, we'll send it up to you for... looks like the race has started there, Tom.
Yeah. Thanks, Andre. You are right. The race has started. 163 laps, 1 random caution, and full damage. My name's Adam. Thanks for checking out the video. People, Memphis isn't run very often. Not a lot of Memphis NR2003 videos on YouTube, so it might pique someone's interest if it's in their recommended videos. And if they haven't been watching this season, they just get blasted with this Andre the Giant plot. But yeah, I guess during the commercial break this race, I have to plug his new country album. And that should be interesting. Oh boy. We have I started near the back and I'm sucking here early. Edward Scissorhands and John Denver, 2 of the big points names, they're starting back here. Bob Vila starting up near the front though. But we'll see what the pit window here is 46 laps, so the first field snapshot will be around lap 20, 24-ish or so. But we'll see if there's any big movers and losers. Because I was astonished to see Daenerys Targaryen. I forgot to mention it in the post-race that she had lost 31 spots off the start. Just craziness at the short tracks. Getting stuck on the high side, so... But yeah, like Andre said, and he's 100% right. The Bee Gees clock is, we gotta do it by lap numbers on short tracks. But I've done a few races here, or like simulated the beginning of races here to see if there's an issue, and I have yet to see one in terms of the starts and everything, but who knows. And Andre didn't mention that Turd Ferguson is in a new car file now. Too little, too late. Thanks for nothing, says Bryce, but... And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was on the pole, Andre forgot to mention. And Joe Dirt is another big points name that's starting near the front, too. So Andre's really got to get it together there on the starting grid and set up the drama for the race that's about to unfold. But yeah, this is a nice track. It feels nice. It's good racing. And we do have, yeah, I said all that. 1 random caution, I think. Full damage. And we have a unique entry into pit road here. It's before turn 3, so it's like an access road. But the speeds, they're not really going fast, so we shouldn't have problems on the access road. And I haven't seen any in some of the pit window tests I've done, so... we should be fine. Again, I just had the standings up there, and it was only 1 through 10, and I've talked about it a few times how I wanted to set up a keyboard script that would just, every 5-6 minutes automatically flip through those. And I just totally forget, and especially on a short track, it's hard for me to A, remember, and then B, to actually do it and thumb the standings down. Plus, it leaves you in a little bit of suspense until that first hot field snapshot. Turn Ferguson, he had a good finish at Bristol. I'm trying to already spot some trucks who might have had a bad start here. Conan had a good one. Conan started P40, and he's up there. I'd like to say P22, 23 for Phil Sibb. That's incredible. McGruber's way up there too, I think. Or that's Pablo Escobar. I'm not sure. Andre will sort that out. All right, Fleetwood Mac's charging on me here. I gotta let them go.
Keep plucking that chicken. Keep digging. Still there. Stay high. Clear down low.
Fleetwood Mac violated me in that one turn. But we're going to let them go and see if they have a nice little charge through the field here and we can latch on. Fighting a little bit of a throat deal, so we might have some throat clears throughout the race. Like that one. Lap 18, so if I remember, I'll wipe that out. We haven't lost anybody. Dwight Schrute bringing up the rear. Mark Martin and Fleetwood Mac have had a few dust-ups this season. Or really just one. At, where was that? Dover? Or Michigan? I know Fleetwood Mac. In my head, I'm trying to picture where Fleetwood Mac was turned around on the track. And one was at Dover, where they weren't turned around on the track. They were just slow on the track. Oh, Pablo Escobar. I got to take that line better. 'Cause that's the same place Fleetwood Mac gave me the business, so. I'll tell you what, I'm a little slow right now. Man, this is another one of these tracks that you have to get into a rhythm and hit your marks. If not, you start getting frazzled. I guess in the current gaming lexicon, it's called getting tilted. All right, lap 24 on the backstretch here. We're gonna make sure all of the trucks clear the start-finish line, and we can set up for a good hot snapshot. Andre, what do you got? I'm kind of worried.
Yeah, thanks, Tom. Just stay in your lane. Don't try to be hip, saying things like tilted. Just stay in your lane and go cut your grass or something. Yeah, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is in the lead. Started with the pole here. Joe Dirt up there, big points name. Daenerys Targaryen was able to hang out near the top of the field here in the early going. Smokey the Bear up there for Jacob Squeaks. Dorothy, we talked about Ron Guay in the pre-race. Dorothy's up there. Bob Vila was able to hang out. Didn't drop a lot in the early going. And, I mean, Chad Crow, you want to talk about the points championship. He has 3 drivers in the top 10 right now, so that's looking hot for him. 11 through 20, your mom's hanging out up there. And you got Billy Ocean and Oscar the Grouch up there for Jacob Squeaks, Indiana. So let's not sleep on that. But MacGruber, I think MacGruber, that's a big jump for him. I think he finished P6 at Bristol, so he's really up there early for B Spinney. And B Spinney also has Daenerys Targaryen up there. But unfortunately, he has Dwight Schrute running P40. John Denver's made a lot of moves early, along with Conan O'Brien. They're P18 and 20. Edward Scissorhands, big points named P21. Mark Martin, not doing too hot here early. He's made a lot of moves, but he's got to keep up pace with Edward Scissorhands and John Denver. All these points, all these drivers he's battling for the points. But that's all I got for now, and we'll send it back to you.
All right, some good insight from Andre there. I think if he just, talk about staying in your lane, if he just focuses on reporting the race and giving the audience some good information, we can forget all that weird stuff he always talks about. We've got about 15 laps until pit stops. This is kind of like the same feel as like a North Wilkesboro race. 160 laps. It's the same kind of lap time numbers, almost like a Rockingham as well. So the pit windows are kind of long here. And we might just have a splash and go or a two-tire stop later in the race if this goes green. But I'm guessing the field snapshot showed a lot of single file stuff going on. That's what I'm seeing up and down the charts, racing wise. That hasn't been very glaring this season. I mean, we've had a lot of good side by side stuff. It's just when all the trucks are so evenly matched at these short tracks where the margin, the intervals between the trucks is already razor thin. Like, it's sometimes hard to really get enough ass to get around one of these other trucks for the AI, but Pablo Escobar's peeking on me here.
Clear.
I really dove in there to get to. What's Fleetwood Mac doing here? I thought they were pitting.
Stay low, truck up top. Clear. Truck up higher.
Oh, John Wilkes Booth. I don't know what John Wilkes Booth thought he was doing there. I really don't know.
Come on, keep digging.
Just out of nowhere, forced us 3 wide.
Clear down low. Inside. Pit road is closed. Clear.
I lost a bunch of spots on that.
Okay, we're under caution there. Whoa, we're up. That was some good racing, buddy. Get behind the 12 truck. Get in front of the 25 truck. Get in front of the 25 truck. Four, 5 is the speed limit. 45, 3,000 in second. Okay, man. Pit road.
All right, pit stops have begun here under caution.
The Page truck in turn 2. The Page truck on the back straight.
I haven't seen what happened with John Wilkes Booth yet. Might have been my fault.
Go. Get going there. Yinz did a good job on that stop. That's what I want to see. The Page truck in turn 3. Hey, watch your speed. 3,000 in second. The Page truck in turn 4. The Page truck on the front straight. Clear pit lane. Get going there. Get behind the 55 truck.
All right, Andre, do you have anything for us there during pit stops or anything?
No, I wasn't really watching pit road. I do know Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is still in the lead. I was looking at the replay of your dust-up with John Wilkes Booth. It looks like, you know, he saw an inch of daylight there, and he tried to just take a big chunk there, and you know, you didn't budge, and thankfully for everyone involved, no one really took on any damage, just some hurt pride, that's all. But we'll send it up to you. We're green.
All right, thanks, Andre. I'm glad you saw the replay. I haven't been able to see it yet. I gotta make some hay here early. With you know, side-by-side stuff going on right now, I can gain some spots, because right now that really hurt me, the John Wilkes Booth thing. I lost a ton of spots there, relatively speaking. Especially because John Denver and Edward Scissorhands have made their way up through the field already. Yeah, Bryce, I totally forgot to mention, or maybe I did, I forget, but Turd Ferguson in front of me here, he's in a new car file. I'm still here. I'm just hitting these marks here early, trying to gain whatever spots I can. Yeah, a big feast or famine season for Randy Savage. He's either running up front or just always in the 30s. It's really weird.
Still there. Still there. Clear, clear.
I want to see if I can gain a few more spots here. All right, here's the trouble spot that arose with John Wilkes Booth. I guess I really got to hug that inside, that bottom line there. Oh, that's tough. That is tough. That's a big ask. Especially because the truck in front of me sometimes isn't running the same speed that I need them to.
Truck inside there. Stay high. Truck under you. Stay high. Clear, clear.
I gotta dive down in front of John Wilkes Booth here, man. Here comes Dwight Schrute doing the same thing, man. Yeah, he's got me. Son of a horse's ass.
Rewind, two outside, truck outside. low. Stay low. Stay low.
Okay, I guess if that's what I gotta do, that's what I gotta do.
Still there. Still there. Stay low. Truck up
I need Cardi B to give me some room to breathe right here.
Clear up top.
Oh, I gotta like perfectly put on my brakes there to make sure I don't get into them in front of me. Holy cow. I'm up for the challenge now that I know what I gotta do. Alright, lap 70. 94 to go. Getting close to pit stops here. I skipped a chunk there, but send it up to Andre for a snapshot.
Yeah, nothing going on right now, Tom. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Joe Dirt, and there's all the same names are still up there. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar leading a ton of laps here. And Chad Crush still has his trucks there in the top 10. McGruber's made his way up to P11 for B Spinney. So he has 2 trucks here, and he's the points leader right now, so that's good for him. John Denver's moved up to P16. Edward Scissorhands is right with him, P17. I think this is just the same running order as it's been. And then near the back of the pack, Mark Martin's been able to pass a couple trucks since his dust-up with Dwight Schrute, the B Spinney truck, and with R.A. Kaiser's John Wilkes booth earlier. And it seems like Mark Martin has found his way around the track here a little bit better. And but he used up his tires a bunch, so he's really looking forward to his next round of stops after, or his new tires after this next round of stops. But that's all I got, and you better go to commercial sometimes during this race for my CD there. You son of a bitch.
Yeah, thanks, big guy. I am getting around here much better. And I'm guessing we got pit stops coming up in about 7 laps or so.
Truck up higher.
Marie Antoinette with a bad lap there. I'm going to get around her for position.
Clear.
Everybody's for position right now. And yeah, we'll eventually run a commercial here for your stupid CD. Which I don't even know people still made CDs. I'm driving a little cautiously on the backstretch right now, knowing pit stops are coming up, and I'm not 100% sure what their dive onto pit road looks like here. I'd say about 2 or 3 laps from now, pit stops. Maybe 4 or 5, I don't know. I'm still kind of bummed out that I wasn't able to keep up the pace with John Denver and Edward Scissorhands.
Truck outside. Still there.
So I guess that's how I make a pass. If I can do that perfectly. This is just tough sledding. It's nice. It's fun. It feels nice. It feels good. It's just the difficulty's tight. Just feels like I can get a jump on him, and then I just can't get it. That 3 and 4 is definitely my worst part of the track now. All right, where are these pit stops? Lap 35 was at caution. Ish. And usually add 1 or 2 laps. All right, we got some big moves here, so we got pitters. And I guess I'm going to hang with Julius Caesar. That's not. I didn't have enough of a warning there.
Clear. There's a wreck in turn 4.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the leader, has been taken out.
Oh, we got a yellow.
Oh boy! Wait a minute.
Keep digging, right back to the
No, I don't
front.
think this is good.
Okay, we're under caution there. Whoa, we're up. That was some good racing, buddy. Get behind the 24. Top 20, buddy. Keep hustling.
A lot of trucks were on pit road, so they essentially short pitted here. It's not like I'm going to be a lap ahead of them.
Pit road is closed.
But I have to pit here and probably get moved back to the back of the pack. I don't know. But it looks... Oh, and we just got the random caution. So we do not have another... We are not going to get the random caution. And Joe Dart's being weird. But we'll see how this all shakes out. I'm going into pit road right now.
4.5 is the speed limit. 45. 3,000 in second. Okay, man. Pit road is open for business.
I'm guessing Kareem took a header into those tires. But yeah, the whole field's passing me now. I'm probably losing spots, I think.
In turn 2. Go. Get going there. Keep it under 4.5. 45. 3,000 in second. Hey, watch your speed. 3,000 in second. The pace truck on the back straight.
Oh, Bob Vila took a hit.
The pace truck in turn 3. Clear pit lane. Get going there. Get behind the 31 truck.
All right, we have some things to talk about here. We're probably going to be getting the 1 to go signal now. But let's send it down to Andre for some hot reporting from pit road.
Yeah, Tom, listen. We've seen what happened to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Lappers are going to be coming up to the front inside of you there.
Tell your spotter to shut up.
The 31 truck. And you're staying up top there on the outside line.
Is he done? Yeah, we saw the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar wreck, and he is in the infield care center being looked after. So is Smokey the Bear. But the field got messed up here. We only have 12 trucks now. A bunch of trucks are on the tail end of the lead lap, basically, on this restart. Dorothy, Newman, Trebek, Ocean, McGruber, Jessup, Adams, Vila, Fleetwood Mac, Mark Martin, Godzilla, and John Wilkes Booth are all on. They're all doing good right now. They're racing for the win. But everyone from Joe Dirt on back are actually at the tail end of the lead lap. They were just caught on pit road for that caution or whatever. So they're in trouble. So right now Mark Martin is at the tail end of the field, but he's not really racing for position here, so he's kind of just taking it easy and just trying to field the track again, not trying to race John Wilkes Booth. I think this is still Andre talking, so I'm gonna send it up to Tom in the up in the booth.
Okay. Yeah, I think, yeah. Yeah, craziness. I mean, I saw something Andre forgot to mention there is the Chad Crow truck for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That's going to be 2 straight poles for him now coming up. But Chad Crow also has 2 trucks now running 1-2, Newman and Alex Trebek. But everyone essentially is on the lead lap right now. And it'll be tough to give you some good intervals on a... I'm still talking like Andre. It's going to be tough to give you good intervals on a field snapshot here, but I'll try to... Basically, I'm probably going to put that Julius Caesar... Or basically, I'm the last truck that's actually kind of racing for the win. You know what I'm saying? Everyone else is going to be shown a lap down, but they're basically the tail end of the lead lap. I'll try to throw that up for you here on the backstretch. Yeah, we have 68 laps to go.
Nope, it's me. It's me. Shut your mouth. I do the field snapshots. Yeah, you have Newman out there in the lead with Dorothy. And as Tom said, everyone, Julius Caesar on back or a lap down, but they're really fighting for position up there. Although it looks like Rod Woodson and Cardi B have actually been lapped by the leader. It's hard to really tell what's going on up there, Tom. But yeah, very lucky for Mark Martin. He was running P. Anus, and finally gets slapped with the good end of the caution stick or whatever, with trucks being trapped a lap down or whatever during pit stop. So he definitely lucked out, but a lot of trucks got hurt, especially Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Smokey. Definitely looked like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar went in way too hot. Onto the access road, going onto the pits, and he did a header into the tires there, and Smokey the Bear had nowhere to go, gave him the business. They both DNF'd, you saw. But yeah, make sure you run my commercial.
All right, thanks for the info, Andre, although I think you already had talked about the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar wreck. I don't know why you talked about it again. But yeah, right now I am racing a few trucks back here for position. A lot of them, really. Since a lot of the trucks aren't a lap down. I'm trying to see. Okay, I can. Newman's the leader right now, and I can see him. So all these trucks, I mean, that makes perfect sense. I'm sitting here wondering who I'm racing for position, but everybody's at the tail end of the lead lap, maybe with 1 or 2 lappers. So everybody in front of me is for position. I'm going to try to clamp down here and gain some spots as we go to Andre's commercial. Or no, bro, wait a minute, not going to commercial. We might have some chaos here. Pablo Escobar off the track on the apron here. Muddling up the field some. And we got some slowness here.
Clear.
Turd Ferguson in his new car file, I think, is slowing everything up here. Yeah, I think Turd Ferguson's holding up the show. Or he was just trying to get back up to speed after, I don't know, he was just weird. So we can't cut away from the action yet. Man, the action's just too hot right now.
Truck up high there. Stay low. Stay low, truck up top. 3 wide, 2 of them outside. Truck outside. Stay low. 3 wide, 2 of them outside. Truck outside. Stay low, truck up top. Clear up top.
My hands are burning on the wheel right now from this hot action.
Stay low. Stay low.
My goal here is to get into the top 10 for the commercial.
Stay low.
I think John Wilkes Booth had me beat at the line there, but I think I'm going to have him here.
Clear, clear. Truck outside. Stay low. Still there. Coming up on a lapper. Be careful here. Still there.
I'm afraid to pause the game right now. I'm in the zone here, gaining spots.
Clear, clear. Truck up high there.
Oh yeah, now that
Stay low.
I have fresh tires for the course of a run, and I know how to take these turns now.
Top. Clear, clear.
Man, this is the luckiest caution of all time. Oh, and Godzilla spins out right in front of me.
Yellow, yellow. Come on, keep digging. Race back to the stripe. Clear, clear. Pit road is closed.
Yeah, but see, now everyone's going to get sucked back up, though.
Lower up. That was some good racing, buddy. There's a wreck in turn 3. Get behind the 55 truck. Coming up on a lapper. Be careful here.
Probably go to commercial after pit stops for Andre. But I can pit here.
Keep it under 4-5, 45, 3,000 in second. Okay, man, pit road is open for business. The Page truck on the front straight. You're too far forward, back up there.
Son of a bitch. I needed a good stop here. And oh, Darth Vader. Okay, good. A lot of room on this pit road. I like it.
Page truck in turn 2. Go, go, go. Get going there. 4-5 is the speed limit. 45. 3,000 in second. The Page truck on the back straight. Hey, watch your speed. 3,000 in second. The Page truck in turn 3. Clear pit lane, get going there. Get behind the 24. Merge when you can.
I have nothing to say. I'm just... I don't know. I'm kind of zoned in right now. But I'm going to be racing for the win here, I think. And with 53 laps to go, Dorothy is still in the lead after all that. Newman's up there. Wednesday Adams, Alex Trebek. So Chad Crow still has his 2 trucks up there. Dwight Schrute for B. Spinney. And the top 10, Mark Martin was not able to get into the top 10 before the commercial. Bigfoot right now, P10.
Hey gang, this is Andre. Excited to release my new album, Head in the Clouds, featuring Billboard chart topper Sexually Defeated. I am just a giant, though my story's seldom told. I am sexually defeated in the dark back alleys of the city where I live. I didn't know you were my aunt when you walked in. Shame on me, ow, ow, you took me to places I never been. Get that COVID out of here! I got too much other shit going on. I said, get that COVID out of here! I got too much other shit going on. Lying in my bed, I hear the clock ticking, think of you. Caught up in circles, confusion is nothing new. Flashback, warm nights. She hopped in the front seat. Boom, boom. But they bounce more if she sits in the back. Boom, boom, boom. Motorboat the day! Motorboat the day! Hello, it's me, Andre. Just the tip. Just the tip. Just the tip. That's all I'm asking for. Just the tip. Just the tip. In stores now, and also on Spotify and iTunes.
All right, we're back at Memphis. Jesus, Andre. But we'll send it to you here. What do you got before the restart?
Yeah, we went back and looked at. Yeah, you like that. You like that CD, don't you? I hope I win a Grammy. Should win a Grammy. If not, the Grammy board is giantest, sizest. Yeah, the field's all sucked up to each other again now. We saw Godzilla. If we didn't show the replay, he just lightly touched the wall when he spun out, so he should be fine. But then we did see that Pablo Escobar, he was the one that pitted, had an issue, and Turd Ferguson had been, as we say in racing terms, he got spooked and ran weird for a while when he saw Pablo Escobar pit. That's it. We're green up there. Oh, yeah, I totally forgot. Part of my deal was I have to read the next promo. I mean, the race is going on right now. But PBS invites you to stay tuned after the race for an all-new episode of Pam or Susie Worsley's European Castles or something. Follow Mrs. Worsley as she delves into and uncovers the darkest and deepest secrets of castles in Europe, and does stuff with the royal family. That is, I think it's Susie Worsley's Castles or something. That's after the show, Tom, but back to you. I hope you're doing okay in there.
Jesus, yeah. I'm P13 right now.
Stay low, truck up top. Still there.
We're giving Andre a little too much airtime now. I think it's going to his head. I don't know what that CD is all about.
Up on a lapper. Be careful here. Truck up high there. We're in the top 10, but we still got work to do. Let's go. Stay low. Stay low, truck up top.
So I tell you what's we have no random caution. It actually flew during the one caution.
Stay low, truck up top.
Hopefully I didn't edit that out.
Stay low, truck up top.
But we're shaping up for splash and goes yet a frickin' again this season. Just unbelievable. But my race can go to ass right now if I don't hold this bottom line in 1 and 2. And I'm going sideways down into 3 and 4, just trying to hug the bottom. But I gotta caress this thing through this turn.
Stay low.
Okay, I can do it. I just can't forget to do it, basically.
Stay low.
Nathan Jessup in the lead for me. That's big. I still think Julius Caesar's my best chance to save $10, but
Stay low, truck up top. Clear up top.
Nathan Jessup's a top 10 truck, points wise.
Clear up top. Truck up high.
I'm actually here for the lead. I think I'm in P5 now.
Okay, keep after it. Boy, this racing stuff is
Yeah, that's the P5 call out.
the truck to beat today. Truck outside.
And they just got caught up on the outside there. But now that the racing's done, I think this is just single file now for a while.
You stole it. Keep hustling that thing.
Until MacGruber,
Inside there. Clear.
I take one lap off just to take a breather, and MacGruber's right on me. Oh, I got him beat now too.
Stay low. Still there. Stay low. Clear up top. Truck up high there. Stay low. Truck up top. Clear up top. You are locked in today, big man.
I sure am. That caution bailed me out, man. Mark Martin going possibly like unprecedented. What, 3 wins in 5 races or something? Let's not count those chickens yet, though. Oh, let's not sleep on Ron Guay here, I just saw. He has Dorothy and Fleetwood Mac. At least Dorothy was running P1. And oh, never mind. She's actually got moved back to P19 on that start.
Coming up on a lapper. Be careful here. Truck up high there.
I'm going to try to get around these lappers and then set up a field snapshot for Andre.
Stay low, truck up top. Still there. Still there. Keep plucking that chicken, keep digging. Stay low, truck up top. Clear, clear.
That should be good. Andre.
Yeah, Tom. I mean, you were almost stealing my thunder, then you stopped. That was smart of you. Your boy Nathan Jessup in the lead. Fleetwood Mac up there you were talking about. Bryce has Miyagi up there. MacGruber again showing up for B Spinney in the top 10. Amazing. Trebek and Newman holding the fort down for Chad Crow. They really got to balance out what's been happening with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. B Spinney also has Daenerys Targaryen running top 10 along with MacGruber. Walker Texas Ranger with one of his best runs recently, P11. And let's start looking at the some big names. Edward Scissorhands, P14. Joe Dirt, P20. John Denver, P24. Bob Vila, P26. So yeah, this race absolutely got flipped on its head with that caution. And Mark Martin was sucking a lot. Like the most that anyone has ever sucked. And that caution really bailed him out. And if he can hold serve here in this race, he doesn't screw up during the splash and goes here toward the end of the race, he might be in the points lead after this. Pretty incredible. But we'll send it back to you, Tom.
Good insight there, Andre. We're on lap 133, 31 to go. And I'm thinking with about 10 to go, we're going to see splash and goes. But I'll catch you on the flip side of that. We're going to Due to time constraints, we're going to move forward in our broadcast. All right, we're down to 18 laps to go. Andre, your final snapshot here. What do you got?
I got nothing. I'm just erect right now, waiting for these high stakes splash and go pit stops coming up that are going to decide the race. We haven't had any other trucks really drop off the field here, and Mark Martin has really kind of plateaued, isn't able to get around Fleetwood Mac for position right now. And Mr. Miyagi is on Mark Martin's case right now as well. That's all I got. By Head in the Clouds, the Andre the Giant album, in stores now on Spotify and iTunes as well. Back to you, Tom.
All right, thanks. I guess that's going to be a thing now. While I don't agree with Andre the Giant's language and terms he uses, he is correct. I mean, this is going to be some exciting splash and go action coming up here. Speaking of which, I gotta turn everything off except for fuel.
No tires this time, boys.
And we'll do 46. 46 laps, and then we'll do 23 to a can. So a half can would be 11 laps. And we're at 13 to go, so I'm gonna do a half can of fuel
Half can of fuel. You got it.
for right now. And they gotta be coming fairly soon. Fleetwood Mac making a move on Pete Rose. I'm gonna try to stick with Fleetwood Mac here unless they pit.
Truck outside. Clear up top. Truck outside.
Tell you what, anything less than 11 to go is a splash.
Stay low.
It's not going to be a half can.
On a lapper. Be careful here. Still there. 10 more laps to go. 10 to go. Stay low. Truck up top. Clear up top.
The suspense is killing me here when these stops begin. Usually they would pit by now. Now I'm starting to wonder if somebody... No. That caution was it. I wonder if somebody might have excellent fuel mileage and is able to stay out and win. Okay, here we go. Pit stops. We got some moves here. That's Cardi B going in. And I would hate for this just to get reflipped. And, you know, caution come out when I go down to do a splash and go. Oscar the Grouch acting funny. That's because somebody else was pitting ahead of him. But I'm pitting with Nathan Jessup, my teammate. We're gonna have the same fuel mileage in the same garage. And this is,
Okay, we're putting in just a splash.
I've changed this to a splash.
Truck inside there.
Almost took
Clear,
out
clear.
Fleetwood Mac again. Is Nathan Jessup going in? Oh no, that's a late commit.
Coming up on a lapper. Be careful here. Truck inside there.
Then again, Cardi B is also an AC Racing truck, and she's already had the pit, so I don't know.
Still there.
But
We got 5
she messed me up here.
Still there. Still there. Clear down low. Truck inside there.
Nathan Jessup is in.
Clear down
Fleetwood
low.
Mac making some wild, bizarre move.
Use the leader, big man. Do what you gotta do.
Albert Einstein's with a DNF. Fleetwood Mac did not make it onto pit road.
Leader is now on pit road. We are P1. It's good to be the king.
But just hot action. I mean, this is exactly what you sign up for at PBS.
Keep it under 4, 5, 45, 3,000 in second. Coming up on a lapper. Be careful here. Coming up on a lapper. Be careful here.
Come on. Let's hope Nathan Jessup had some trouble on pit road.
Go, go, go. Get out of here. 4, 5 is the speed limit. 45, 3,000 in second. Hey, watch your speed. 3,000.
Come on,
in
baby.
second.
I'm 44, 43, 44 on the nose right now. Just navigating this like a champion.
Clear pit lane. Get going there.
All right, there's Cardi B. Where is Colonel Jessup? Oh, you horse's ass. He's right here.
Bird when you can. Truck up higher.
Son of a bitch.
Clear, clear. Truck outside. Stay low.
Is Daenerys for position? She probably is.
2 laps to go. 2 to go. Stay low. Truck up top. Next truck is the leader, big man.
Yeah, Daenerys was for
Truck
position.
up top.
But I'm trying to track down Nathan Jessup. I just don't have that bite. I do not have that bite out of the turn.
There's the white flag, big man. You're looking good from up here, big guy.
Yeah, I can't beat him on the inside. I tried to try something up high. Anything short of spinning him out, I don't think I can get him. But let's look at the big picture. I don't have it. I just don't. I don't have that extra jump. Man, that was hot, intense stuff there.
Checkers, buddy, checkers. Slow down there. All right, boys. Hell of a finish.
Holy cow!
Keep it under 4, 5, 45, 3,000 in second.
Let's pour one out for Albert Einstein there at the end. I saw he had DNF'd. He might have hit the wall, or just a straight up mechanical issue. I don't know. Oh boy, disaster there in the final few laps for some of those trucks that we'll talk about on the back page of the results. But first, the first page. Yeah, the race got screwed up with that caution. I was able to sneak up to P2. Amazing. That's amazing for my chances to win the championship. McGruber circled there, another amazing for B. Spinney. Newman and Trebek for Chad Crow. They're balancing out Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's 40th place finishes. And John Wilkes Booth, he's been creeping up into the top 10 recently. Had a recent top 5, and his name's just showing up more and more with some good finishes. And then 11 through 20, nothing really talk about. John Denver and Bob Vila, the big points and names there. And Walker was circled just because I feel like that's one of his best finishes recently after owning the first half of the season. Back half of the results here, Joe Dirt, another big points name. Mark Martin will probably be in the points lead to start the race at Talladega. And, I mean, nothing else going on over there on the left. Nothing really standing out. I'm not seeing any patterns. And then over on the right, again, not really seeing any patterns. Turf Ferguson, I mean, ended up a lap down somehow, somewhere. Maybe just been, I don't know. But I will say, go back to Dorothy, P25. She had led on that one restart and then just fell off the field. And I couldn't find exactly what happened. But then 36 through 40 were the trucks that got caught into the tire wall or whatever, entering pit road, just going too fast on that access road. Seemed like Edward Scissorhands and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar took the same exact trajectory to hit that wall. I mean, that's just it's a racing deal. I mean, yeah, that's something wrong with a track on a 20-year-old PC game, but I mean, I don't think that's something where we're going to turn off damage going forward here. That's just you got to survive it. You got to be lucky and not get caught up in it. And the Einstein Savage Scissorhands wreck, that all happened like right before me. And same thing with Smokey the Bear and Kareem. Like, those wrecks happened just before I could see the carnage. I was able to see Albert Einstein, and I was able to see Kareem, but that was it. So that was just a weird timing on those. And finally, the bonus points, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar gets an extra point for Chad Crow. We'll look at the Owners' Championship points at the beginning of Talladega. And I snuck in 2 laps there. And then the fastest 3 laps of the race over there, Edward Scissorhands, Mr. Miyagi, and Dwight Schrute. And that's me up there. Lap 58, so pretty much halfway through this thing. And the whole field is separated by, what, 2/10? So it's a tight difficulty, and I mean, you could tell watching, like, there's no, I don't have like some dominant car or truck in this difficulty. But here we go. That's it for Memphis. We have 4 races to go. The next race will be Talladega. We'll take a look at the points. I'll try to come up with some kind of storyline on what happened owners-wise. But just the names that are sticking out. Chad Crow. And you might be an owner raising your hand right now, like, excuse me, I'm probably going to be in the points lead going into Talladega because my truck's finished P9, 12, and 15 or something here. I don't know. I didn't see it. So that's it from Memphis. For Andre the Giant, this is PBS Sports saying so long, and thanks for watching.